Heaven is for Real is based on a real story. Young Colton Burpo comes back from near death with reports of his visit to the hereafter. Greg Kinnear plays his dad, who wrote a bestseller about his struggle to understand.
How was your day?
It's not a one-size-fits-all concept, first of all, and whether you believe or you don't believe, he instead focuses on the specific events that transpired with this family and has not kind of gotten bogged down or distracted by, the question of heaven.
Angels sang to you?
Yes.
When?
During the operation, when Mom was in one room talking on the phone, and you were in another room yelling at God.
Clearly, there was a man there who had extremely strong convictions and, is not passive about this. And at the same time, very much loves his children and his son. So for me, it was, the job was of course I have my own opinions about that, but for me, the job was to try to, as honestly as possible, get into his shoes and try to tell that story as straightforward as possible.
Did you have to question your beliefs before you did the movie, while you were doing the movie?
Honestly, I think it's becomes a bit of a distraction, to get into my own thoughts. Obviously, I have them. They're hard to pronounce in a soundbite, but again, I thought that was one of the nice things of the movie is that you can come into this film with your own belief system. It'll create some interesting discussion no matter what that is, for certain.
One thing Greg is sure of, Corum, who played the little boy who saw heaven, steals every scene he's in.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, man in the street, gonna be a big man someday, you got money!
Anything you want him to do, he's doing something different, which is why his performance is so unbelievably great. He was 5, now he's a seasoned old 6, but at the time he was 5 when we shot this with him, and he would just come in and with complete authenticity and honesty and knock the ball out of the park. And be yawning on my stuff. When it was time for him to shoot my stuff, he'd be yawning or picking his nose. Until you as an actor have experienced that off-camera behavior, you don't know what acting is.
Your dad's a preacher, he knows a lot of things, but he didn't know that Jesus has a horse.
Was Greg a good daddy in the movie?
Yeah. And he forgot his lines sometimes.
He forgot his lines. Did you help him out?
Yeah.
On the Hollywood Scene with Heaven is for Real, I'm Jeannie Wolf.